What's going on, guys? Just gonna try to do something new, and not gonna do it every day probably, but at least a couple, 3 times a week. I like to come in and just spend a few minutes and talk about something that's on my mind and go over that. And the first one we're going to talk about today is it's just the idea of concealed carry and why it's so important. I think that we can all agree that carrying every day is an important part of our lifestyle, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's an important part of society. And I don't think that a lot of people understand why being an everyday warrior is important. We all love, we all trust, we all know that law enforcement are there to protect us as much as they can, but we also have to understand the reality that they're not going to be able to be there at all times, and they're not going to be able to be there when needed. Sometimes even in rural parts, you hear people all the time, oh, they're 10, 15, 20 minutes away every time, we make the phone call. The quickest they can be there is in 10 minutes. If you're living in an urban area or you're living somewhere where there's a lot of police around, it still could only, take them 3 to 5 minutes. But let's be real about it. If you're in a self-defense situation and you're at a gas station or you're at the grocery store or you're wherever, and someone has come in with a firearm to rob the place or to whatever, they're going to be done with that in about a minute or two. So even if you're able to call the police as soon as that incident starts, in a best case scenario, it's still over by the time they get there. And so being able to protect yourself and other ones in that kind of a situation is very crucial. We are the first line of defense. So my biggest thing is this: I encourage everyone that can and is willing to take that step to become an everyday warrior and carry. It is a responsibility that not everybody is up to handling, and that's okay. We don't want someone out there carrying if they're truly not able to, they're not willing to, they're not going to be able to handle that situation stress-wise and all of that. But if you are, then I think that it's our responsibility to be the first line of defense towards evil in our society. And if you're going to make that step, you're going to make that conscious decision to carry every day, then I think that you have to make that conscious decision as well as to practice, get some training, and be as proficient as possible. Because honestly, if you're not proficient, you're not trained, and you're not comfortable with that firearm, you could be just as dangerous as anyone out there that is causing evil. Not saying that you're an evil person, just saying that if you're not able or willing and ready to take care of that situation with your firearm, then you can cause just as much, if not more, damage to civilians and innocent bystanders than the evil person can. So that's just something to think about. Like I said, guys, we're going to try to do this as often as we can. I'd like to be able to do it every day, and I might just try to do this every day when I drive into work or something. But we're going to try to get this out every day, or at least a few days a week, and just kind of discuss. So if you'd like to, leave a comment down below and ask me a question. That could be a topic one day. I'd love to know what you guys are wanting to talk about. It doesn't have to be about concealed carry. It could be about anything, really, and not even firearms related. So leave the comments below. Let me know if you like this series that we're going to start up, and if so, leave a comment down below as well, and let us know what you would like to talk about. So we'll see you soon, guys. Semper Fi.